Hello, dear friends. Opinion piece. Shared visions. Incredible technologies. Craziness can't be cured. Embrace chaos and live in madness. The time of the singularity will come. What will life in fifth density be like? We are in a difficult and dangerous time period. Let's start. The day before Thanksgiving, James Gilliland had an extraordinary vision. Babaji showed him a white liquid being poured into containers. He realized that the recipients were people in very high position, the controllers. He asked him why they perceived the blessing. He said that when the white liquid is poured from on high, its recipient can no longer think or act negatively, and will not even exist. There will be some who will maintain their consciousness with the proper alignment and spiritual prowess. It would be as if there was no one at home for the controllers. He asked what about the others who will simply replace them. In most cases, the nature of the controllers told him that they have put safeguards in place, that it would take some time, but that time is not on their side. The Earth is ascending, and they do not emit the specific frequencies of the process. Their actions and the actions of their empires are not aligned with universal law, and will have amplified and accelerated reactions, like instant karma. Universal law states that you can never take something from another that is not yours, or keep what is not yours. I repeat it. Universal law states that you can never take something from another that is not yours, or keep what is not yours. Now apply it to taking lives of property. With all their intelligence, controllers arrogantly believe they are beyond universal law. They are not. And those who take lives and property from others will ultimately lose everything, including their own lives. The constructed kingdoms that have been taken from humankind and the earth in the lust for power and wealth will fall, and will be redistributed to those from whom they took it. Those who build their kingdom in the service of humankind and earth, in the service of the Creator, within all creation, remaining within universal law, will prosper. They will ascend with the earth. Even if they cross over before ascension, they will go to the celestial realms that one can only imagine. Nothing dies. Evolution continues to spiritual upward and downward. What one calls death is that the body simply dissembles from complex forms and returns to the atom. Life is in the atom. The soul continues its journey. You cannot lose a loved one. You can only lose the connection because of the lie. They are a thought away, and if they ascend to a higher level, it has to be a joyful and loving thought, without pain or false belief of separation. Embrace chaos. Embrace chaos and live in the madness. Embrace chaos and live in madness. Special report by Sister Sierra, Dublin, Ireland. Civilization is like a thin layer of ice on a deep ocean of chaos and darkness. For nearly 20 years they have diligently wanted that the new group of rulers, rapidly increasing and unopposed, was splashing our world into the deep ocean of chaos and darkness, to gain even more wealth and power. Unfortunately, these warnings were ignored, mocked and ridiculed by those who have far more power than we could ever hope for. Honesty is our own defense, which means that despite the odds against the forces of good, those who speak the truth will ultimately prevail. Each of us must embrace this chaos and live in its madness as best as we can, which means we will hold on and support each other until this storm subsides, as it always does. We will continue to keep the truth flowing in the hope that evil will not come to your door until this chaos ends. In the coming months, the situation will radically change in unforeseen ways, which is why you have the right to know the full truth about what is happening. We should come together at times like this to protect each other, so that the truth will flow. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, you will be measured. What will it be like in fifth density? During the final event one day there will be a solar flare, stronger than anything before. A powerful ejection of solar mass of golden plasma. It will first arrive as a slow-moving wave, and then accelerate as it approaches. Once it reaches the magnetosphere, it will turn purple, blue, green, pink, and many shades of colors you have never seen in any other your three-dimensional experiences. It will engulf the entire planet in matter of 10 to 20 seconds. Once the plasma touches each of us, we will all have an experience with the source of joy and unique and unimaginable bliss, as we have all been individually prepared for each of our unique and personal climaxes. Imagine reaching the peak. The reunion will not only with Source, but remembering in the blink of an eye the many thousands, even billions of lives, not only on Earth, for the liberation of the human species, but also the lives of many who lived in different star systems and galaxies, and even in different universes. Each one will receive the level of DNA activation proportional to their own experience and wisdom. Time will stand still, as only less than a second will pass, and yet you will feel that it had lasted so long that you almost forgot your life on Earth. The molecule of God. The intensity will be such that it will be an experience of total transformation. The pineal gland will secrete a large amount of DMT, the God molecule. DMT, the spiritual molecule, is an American documentary film, non-fiction, directed by Mitch Schultz, that chronicles the groundbreaking research of Dr. Rick Strassman, with a multifaceted approach to this intriguing entheogen found in the human brain and hundreds of plants. From 1990 to 1995, Dr. Rick Strassman conducted government-funded and approved clinical studies at the University of New Mexico, in which he injected 60 volunteers with dimethyltryptamine, DMT, one of the most potent entheogens known. His detailed account of those sessions is a most interesting inquiry into the nature of the human mind and the therapeutic potential of this system. DMT, a plant-derived chemical found in ayahuasca and Amazonian herbal tea, is also produced by the human brain. This substance, released naturally by the pineal gland, facilitates the soul's entry into and exit from the body, and it is an integral part of birth and death experiences, as well as higher states of meditation and even transcendence. If used wisely, DMT could usher in a period of extraordinary progress in the scientific exploration of the more mystical regions of the human being and soul. Physical changes. You will see everything and know everything that will change you forever. Returning to your body, you will notice that you see with your eyes closed. You still feel that euphoria of oneness. You will open your eyes and everything will change. Your body will be 2 feet taller. Your skin will radiate light with a more golden hue. You will be so light, weighing about 10 kilos, able to jump many meters with ease, run faster than a horse, and stronger than a gorilla. Your skin and your entire body will be virtually indestructible. With practice, you will easily levitate, teleport, bend light and matter, control space and time, and even create anything you can visualize using ether. You will see thousands of shades within each color, and many colors you never thought you would see in your lifetime. The colors will have their own consciousness, their own emotions. There will be sacred geometry cut on every surface you look at. Everything will breathe and be alive in a way that you will feel every part of matter breathing and living around you wherever you are. Your blood will be plasma light, and your organs will be greatly enhanced. Specifically, the lungs. They will absorb a new, extremely more potent type of oxygen. Happiness. Every breath of plasma air will feel like pure bliss. It will also be common to control the elements of life. Fairies, dragons, elementals, angelic beings, and all our galactic angelic families of light will be there to greet each of you. More personally, the soul families you left before leaving for Earth duty. A peace that cannot be explained with human words. The animals will also be enhanced, as well as the plants, growing 1,000 times faster than in third density. There will be no memory of any suffering, pain, sorrow, resentment, guilt. Nothing will miss you in any way. It will feel as if all those past lives on Earth in duality never really happened, as if it was just a dream of a summer night, waking up and feeling distant from the dream. Your memory will return, as if it never left you in all the time. Then everyone will have the free will to choose their next experience and create that they cannot fully conceive of themselves in this density. It will be an opportunity for each to experience a new octave of evolution in fifth density, with a soul experience of fifth through ninth densities. An opportunity to live an incarnation in which the darkness has been completely conquered. It has never happened before in the cosmos, and we are the children of light who managed to incarnate the last bit of hell, illuminating to the depths of darkness until there was only light. There could be no cataclysm, no wildfire, no planetary disruption. It's the most magical miracle ever to occur in the universe, the moment of singularity. Incredible technologies. We will be in front of the public's eyes when people start to believe that we are real, and when many unexplained phenomena occur all over the world, such as spontaneous combustion of cars and other vehicles, levitation of objects, etc. Message from the Galactic Federation by Aurora Ray. We are the Galactic Federation of Light. We are a collective of thousands of civilizations that exist on the outer edges of a galaxy. We are communicating with you to greet you on behalf of the collective consciousness of your planet. We live in a universe of energy, frequency, and vibration. We are all connected through invisible energy lines that form the grid. Our goal is to share our advanced technologies to bring humankind to its true potential. We have been observing Earth for many years, and now we come to you with good news. We will be working with you, the people of Earth, over the next few months to help you make positive changes on your planet. The many challenges facing humankind at this time are causing pain and suffering to millions of people, and it is time for this to stop. We will help humankind through these challenging times by using highly advanced technologies that were previously only available to us, but which we have now adapted so that they can be used by humans on Earth. These technologies can transform our lives by providing new sources of clean energy, relieving pressure on natural resources, eliminating poverty and hunger worldwide, and activating the latent DNA in all human beings. They are ready to be shared with you the most advanced technologies, such as teleportation, anti-gravitation, transmutation of various elements, universal wide web, positive subway bases, and Mars cities with their own atmosphere, etc. Seed crystals are geometric shapes that are connected to each other by what is called stellation process. The seed crystals can resonate with our consciousness, and these seed crystals can also resonate with your consciousness. These seeds will grow into crystalline geometric shapes that will empower all human beings that comes in contact with them or places these seeds in their environment. You can place these seeds in soil, in water, or underwater, because they can grow anywhere as long as it is where they can receive sunlight, moonlight, starlight, or even lightning. These crystal growths will transform any environment in which they reside. These crystal formations are composed of quartz crystal and other minerals such as gold, silver, copper, zinc, lead, tin, and others. Crystal growth can be placed in areas where negative events are occurring because they will transmute the energy of negative activity into positive energy, which will change the consciousness around that area into a place of peace and love without harming any living things. Meat will always exist in your diet. You will always need it. Well, in the near future, you may not need to slaughter animals for it. With invocations like this new 3D printer, you can produce real meat without killing animals. You just have to get the recipe from a meat sample, which can be done very easily with a simple DNA test. In fact, you may know that there have been several studies that have shown that you can get the DNA from a steak and then use that DNA to grow real meat from stem cells. You don't even need a whole animal. Just a few cells are enough to multiply and become a whole steak. With our technology, you can create an even more perfect food that tastes great and provides all the nutrients you need. It may seem strange to grow artificial meat in a lab instead of raising animals on a farm, but it can solve many problems simultaneously. Since they don't need space or water, you could save a lot of resources. A fuel-less generator is a powerful device that can produce free energy from ether. It is environmentally friendly and doesn't harm people or nature. He's working on a new scientific breakthrough that uses very strong magnetic fields to induce perpetual motion in the core of the machine. Real-time travel is possible. You can go back in time to anywhere in your past or future. You can see past events in your life and even change them. You probably know that the speed of light is the fastest speed possible in Earth physics, but we can bend space and time, so we travel much faster than the speed of light. We use very large clusters of superconducting ceramics to bend space, and we use other technology to manipulate the quantum field so we can bend time. This is how we move through space and time. Your scientists have recently discovered that all matter around you is 99.999% empty space. We use our understanding of this phenomenon to navigate space and time with ease. Electromagnetic propulsion. We have developed a technology that allows us to create a bubble around our ship. This allows us to move forward at will, without the friction of wind or water, even in outer space. This allows us to levitate above the ground or water as we move forward. This works by generating a strong electromagnetic field from the generator in our ship. This field reacts with the planet's natural magnetic field, creating a thrust that moves us forward as we float on the surface below us. This technology also allows us to travel underwater without any resistance from the water as we fly above it. We are sending you this message because we want to help you. We will show your own technology. We will show you our own technology, but you have to be careful with it. You must not end up at the wrong time, otherwise you could damage the space-time continuum. Remember that when our team arrives on Earth with our technologies, some forces will try to stop us, so be prepared for that moment. We will appear before the eyes of the public when people start to believe that we are real and when many unexplained phenomena occur all over the world, such as spontaneous combustion of cars and other vehicles, levitation of objects, etc. Cameras and tell people why we came here, to bring peace, security, happiness, unity and freedom to all the inhabitants of this planet. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.